What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid, coming at you with another Destiny video. Well, kind of a Destiny video. Yesterday, you know that we got the Dawning patch in Destiny, and also since I play Overwatch, I also got the Overwatch Christmas event patch. So that's a lot of stuff. And since I was gone all day yesterday, I was at a funeral all day yesterday, whenever I got home, I figured I would go ahead and try to fire up the Dawning. I figured I'd try to go ahead and do the Nightfalls just like we normally do every Tuesday. Except for the fact that I had to download stuff. So I had Destiny and I had Overwatch both sitting in the download queue, and they were waiting and ready to go. And they were going really slow. So eventually I decided to go ahead and just pause the Overwatch one. I figured I'd try to make the best of it and still try to get into Destiny to do the Nightfalls. And it was going slow. And the estimated time was something like 9 hours eventually. It got up to something like 18 hours estimated time remaining. It was insane. I even tweeted about it yesterday. I said, holy crap, I'm getting like 240 megabits per second whenever I'm doing a speed test on my PC, and my PlayStation is connected up to my PC. We're hardlined into the router. Everything's good to go on there. But the download speeds were ridiculously slow, and a few other people happened to message back and they said, you know what, we're getting the same things, we're having the same problems. I remember during maybe the House of Wolves update, I had a buddy who used to play Destiny back then, and he was struggling with the same thing. It seems like people struggle sometimes getting their PlayStation to go ahead and get the correct download speed, or at least a remotely acceptable download speed. So I was like, I can't wait 24 hours. I've got no idea if this thing is going to download or when it's going to work or if I'm going to lose power. Who knows what's going to happen. If this is going to cut out in the middle, I want to try to get this in and hooked up. So what I ended up doing was I ended up going out on the internet and looking for some possible different solutions on what I could possibly do over here. And what I ended up finding worked, and I pretty much had the Dawning patch downloaded within about 45 minutes to an hour, which is a significant difference from 9 hours, from 18 hours. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to show you some of the things that I ended up doing, and hopefully if you run into problems like this in the future with your PlayStation 4, whether it be Destiny or any other game, hopefully one of these solutions might work out for you. So we're just going to walk you through 3 different things. One thing, just to show you how my internet speed was working normally. Then I want to go ahead and show you what typically people were saying was the correct solution to go ahead and fix this. It did not work for me. And then finally, I'm going to show you the solution that did indeed end up working. And you're going to be able to see the different variable speeds. Now, you know your download speeds are going to fluctuate and change. So this is just what I happen to capture off of my device just whenever I was getting it ready for this video. Now, I should probably mention this, but I am not some crazy tech guru. Not at all. But that should actually make you feel a little bit better. Because if I'm able to do this stuff, then you should have no problem at all. What we're doing right now is we're just setting up an easy internet connection, letting the PlayStation 4 go ahead and do everything on its own from settings in network. And then PlayStation 4 is going to go ahead and set everything up, and we're getting 47.2 megabits per second, which is actually significantly higher than what I was getting last night on the PlayStation 4 just alone. So something was definitely going on last night, and that's what we're doing this video for, in case you run into a problem where you're getting crazy low speeds, like 3 megabits per second, 6 megabits per second, 7, something just crazy low. This could help you increase your speeds. Now, what the internet articles I was reading were telling us to do was go ahead and set up the internet connection, but change it to Google's DNS servers. So they want to go ahead and use Google's DNS address, and that is it. That's all they said to do. But whenever I did that, we did not get any better speeds. And I'm going to go ahead and show you our test that we did just today as far as what the differences are. And then we're going to show you the final answer as far as what helped me get those extra speeds. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and walk through this. First off, we're in settings, going down to network, setting up an internet connection, and then we're on our LAN cable. You might be on Wi-Fi. We're going to go down to custom, and we could skip through the first few, automatic, don't specify, and whenever we're at our DNS settings, this is where we want to go down to custom. And Google's DNS is 8.8.8.8 for the primary. You want to put that in. And for the secondary, it's 8.8.4.4. So go ahead and put those things in. And these numbers will be important. For MTU settings, we're going to use automatic for now, but hint, hint, that is going to be the key in the future. So whenever we go ahead and do our test internet connection, based off of what the internet was telling us to do, just changing to Google's DNS, you can see that the ending connection speed that we got actually wasn't any better than we were getting just automatically. And I, last night, wasn't getting a lower speed, I was actually getting pretty much the exact same speed. So this did not work. This did not work. But remember, we just talked about the MTU setting, and MTU stands for Maximum Transmission Unit. And apparently, if you change that number, that actually, along with changing to Google's DNS, will help you out. Now, people that know what MTUs are all about and how all of this goes together, people that are way smarter than I am, don't understand why this would even make a difference. In fact, they believe that this would actually hurt performance. But as far as my personal experience goes, last night, and checking in again, you're going to go ahead and see another test, it seems to work. Remember, we're not doing this to change the way that the PlayStation 4 works overall. We're doing this as a band-aid solution if we run into a problem where we can simply not download something, if we're getting just roadblocked out. That's what I did last night. It helped significantly, but afterwards I went back and I ran an automatic and easy connection, let the PlayStation 4 figure out where it's going to go ahead and download, and utilize everything automatically, not using Google's DNS and not using this new MTU setting. But let's go ahead in and take a look at what we should be changing it to. Again, if we're running into crazy slow speeds, if you want to change and up your performance in getting a little bit better of a download speed, if you're just running into this goofy glitch or problem with the PlayStation 4. Okay, so again, we're in settings and then network, and we're going to set up our internet connection. We're going to be on our LAN cable, again, because we are plugged in, and going down to custom setup. Automatic, do not specify, you don't have to worry about either of those things. We are going to change to Google's DNS. Again, remember the numbers are 8.8.8.8 for the primary, and then 8.8.4.4 for the secondary. These numbers are going to be the same no matter what. Just make sure you put them both in. And then next up, we've got our MTU. And for our MTU, automatically it starts at 1500, but we're actually going to lower it to 1453. Changing it to 1453, do not use a proxy, and then here we are at our test connection. So remember, we changed to Google's DNS 8.8.8.8 and 8.8.4.4, and then 1453 for our MTU, and we get 115.5 Mbps, and that is better. And that's what ended up helping me download the Dawning patch in about an hour. So I don't know what the problem is with the PlayStation 4, why it's so slow, but this trick is obviously very, very easy to do. Like I said, it's in settings in the network, and then you go ahead in and set up your internet connection. After you're all done with this, you can go ahead back and do an easy and automatic internet connection, and boom, PlayStation 4 will figure itself back out. And hopefully you don't run into these goofy problems. It was really frustrating last night, and I know I'm not alone because there are a lot of people out there on the internet that are complaining about the PlayStation 4 download speeds, or at least this problem that they end up having with it. So hopefully this video ends up helping you out if you run into this goofy situation. Hopefully you can fix your download speed and get your game or your patch downloaded. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, the dawning, and I'll see you around in Destiny. #MTU.